Okay, before we go into the main discussion today, let's talk about the All Progressives Congress APC, which has finally fixed a date for its national convention. The chairman of the Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee of the APC, Mai Mala Buni, said the national convention will hold on the 26th of February, after the seeming sit-tight syndrome. 6 months to organize a convention after Oshomole was booted out, just to organize the convention and produce a new national working committee. It has turned to like forever.
2 years.
Well, I'm happy that we were here, I think about 2 weeks ago, and we talked about the need for this convention because the APC appear to be taking undue risk. Sometimes commentators, especially on social media, where everybody with an Android phone has turned himself to
journalists,
unlettered journalists with expertise in many matters. They looked at the Ondo, the Supreme Court judgment on Ondo, and didn't think that it portends some level of danger for the APC. And if you recall, I was suggesting when we discussed this matter about 2 weeks ago that look, we are going to have convention, we are going to have primaries in Osun, we are going to have primaries in Ekiti. The ideal thing is to have this convention
before those
primaries, because it was looking like this convention was not meant to take place.
I'm telling you.
And it was one of the reasons that the outspoken Lukman Saliu had to eventually leave, because he too was saying that there was no plan, that he could not see any plan for primaries of the party. But it's a good thing now. Mai Mala Buni has come out to say we will have this disagreement with between governors and all that. At the end of the day, we are going to have this convention. The shape that is going to take, we don't know. The answer to that is blowing in the wind. We don't know the shape that is going to
earlier
take.
when you said it's last week, let's just take our viewers there so that they will see what we actually said about this convention.
Frankly, one way by which APC can move on and solve its problems is to have a very effective conflict resolution mechanism in-house. Put some of the most objective and highly respected people together. Get them to go and solve problems in the various states, so that you don't face the kind of crisis that you faced in 2019. This matter of the convention is important. It can make or mar the party. The question is, are these governors willing to let convention take place? Are they? And even after that convention, you will now have the presidential primaries. The best thing to do is to have those primaries of Osun and Ekiti. Quickly have the convention before those ones, so that whatever anybody wants to go to court or not, you know that you've had your convention and you don't do.
So the one of Ekiti that has been fixed for January 29, the primaries.
They moved it.
So if they have a convention in February now, so the legitimate NWC will be able to oversee the affairs of the party.
That is what I suggested, because politicians sometimes think that they have the judiciary in their pockets, and we've seen this thing blow up in their faces many times. Those of them who are agonizing over what happened in Bayelsa State, they had the opportunity to not let it happen. It was clear that the choice of the power people in the party, his qualifications had K-leg. They knew it. It was a well-known secret. in the state. But some people insisted that he had to be the deputy governorship candidate. So where did that lead the party? Look at what happened in Anambra. Clearly, there was no primary election. All those lies that somebody generated so a number of votes. What did we see? The matter went to court, and the court ruled that indeed there was no primary. So you can imagine if the candidate of the APC had won the election. After the court there ruled that there was no primary, they will have lost it to Abuja or any other party. So learn from your mistakes. Stop repeating your mistakes. Keep your party strong. That is the message. That's the message.
GKB, you know this. You know, all eyes will be on APC. It's the ruling party, so we can't but talk about the party.
Yes, you are correct. It's not only the ruling party; it's also a transition year. This is a transition election. It will have been far easier if the incumbent president is running again. Then they can use the power of states to rally everybody. But this goes like the report that will show. There are going to be a lot of divisive elements, even before and after these primaries. And so they must have mechanisms in place to ensure that those who will be aggrieved are carried along in such a manner that does not destroy the party. And I'll say this because the beer parlor gist around this is the fact that those who took over the party from the Oshomole were looking for a particular number of delegates to do a particular number of things. And they've been postponing because they don't have that number. But like I said, it's a beer parlor gist. So this is the opportunity for them to come forward and do it the normal way. Let the party hold a convention, let them elect the NWC and the officers to run the party and save themselves the albatross that awaits if somebody should go to court and say the Bunu-led Caretaker committee had no right to sign off on any candidates.